What's up, guys? Want to talk today about the supplements I take, just because that's a question I'm asked pretty often. And I'll explain. I'm not going to go a super deep dive on each of these, just because I want to leave that for a blog post and do some real research and just provide a lot more of the necessary information that might not come to me in a one-take video vlog type thing. But at a high level, what I'm taking, why I'm taking it. So the first is fish oil. I take about 4 to 5 fish oil capsules per day, depending on the type of fish oil, because I have a few different kinds from what I have been sent or just what I purchase. So I'm aiming for 1.5 grams of EPA and 0.5 grams of DHA. Now, when you look at the nutrition label on fish oil, there's going to be like 1 gram or maybe 1.5 grams or maybe 2 grams of fat in a capsule. But if you look at the ingredients, you'll see how many milligrams of EPA and DHA are in each capsule. And you want to hit 1,500 milligrams or 1.5 grams of EPA and 0.5 grams of DHA. And this, I'm not going to get into the research of it right now. I will link a good blog post written by Martin Burkhan that dives into how specifically we got to those numbers, we being him, and me agreeing with his logic. So fish oil every day. If you're eating a lot of fish, it's probably not necessary, a lot of fatty fish, to supplement with fish oil. I just don't eat that much fatty fish. The shoulder burn is real on the blog. What else? I take creatine. Again, I'm not that good at the habit on creatine, probably 60% of days. I aim for 20 to 25 grams per week. I take it in capsule form simply because I don't like the way that creatine monohydrate, I don't like the way that powder messes with the texture of a protein shake. And so I take 5 grams of the capsules 4 to 5 times a week. Increase creatine, there's creatine in meat. We have natural creatine stores in our body. Increased creatine intake has been proven to increase strength and training performance in responders. And there's something else I'm not going to get into right now, like being a responder versus a non-responder. What else is super relevant though? There isn't long-term research on much of this, just because the supplement industry has only been around for so long. We can say creatine is safe based on 28 or 30 years of research, or however long it's been, but 28 or 30 years isn't long term. There's nothing that makes me feel like it's unsafe to be taking, but I always just want to put that out there. While you shouldn't fear the unknown, it's important to be skeptical, and it's important not to get too consumed in groupthink. Same with artificial sweeteners. Going one way, they're completely okay because of what we know, or they're completely not okay because of a few studies that are blown out of proportion. I like taking the moderate road there. I like being cautious. 20 to 25 grams of creatine monohydrate per day. I don't see any reason, and I don't know of any research that shows that one type of creatine is better than the other. So Optimum Nutrition creatine capsules are what I rock. Protein powder, simply, wind. Let's try and keep the audio on point. Protein powder simply to hit my protein goals for the day, no other reason. A few relevant things are the macros in protein powder. So are there a lot of tag-along carbs and fats, or are there not? Depending on how much protein powder I'm using in a day, I'll pay attention to the sweetener type. Is it erythritol? Is it stevia? Or is it sucralose? Just because if I'm in a situation where I'm having 3 or 4 shakes in a day, or 100 grams of protein via powder in a day, I like to, like I said, go conservative, go moderate with artificial sweeteners. So I'm so pissed that I'm not pissed, but I just pump out, I'm just thinking to the future, and as my business grows and as I continue to give all this free love to all these companies. But Legion Athletics, protein powder. What else is relevant? Cost. Optimum Nutrition protein. What I actually want to do is do a very comprehensive protein powder, is it real or is it not? Because the FDA is not involved in supplements. Most supplements are not third-party tested, and there's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of this says it has 25 protein, like barely any carbs and fats, but really it's got 15 carb, like only 11 protein, and a bunch of fucking sawdust. So I want to get like 20 of the most popular, or like in my opinion most popular protein powders, send them to a lab, have them really tested, see what's in there. But that's not like that's in the 6-month time frame for my planning. Protein powder, fish oil, creatine. Protein powder I only take because it's a convenient way to hit my protein goals for the day. I do have a shake post-workout because why not? Like, I just love it. It's like it's habit. It's a nice way to get some of my 225 grams in for the day. And especially if you're fasted, post-workout nutrition matters. So I'm not training fasted right now, but I still like to get a shake and a carb source like relatively soon after my workout. Pre-workout, which I take for additional energy. I'm gonna start backing it up. I take Legion Athletics Pulse as my pre-workout, and I actually just got an email from a guy who's like, man, Legion Pulse has so much caffeine. And you're right, in the serving size, 2 scoops, it has 350 milligrams of caffeine, which is a lot, especially compared to other pre-workouts. Mike doesn't drink coffee, made a pre-workout that he wanted, and he wanted to get all his caffeine for the day from the pre-workout, which is why it has so much. I only take 1 scoop or sometimes 1.5 of Legion Pulse, and I also am closer to 500 milligrams of caffeine a day, so I'm okay with that. But pre-workout's not necessary. Know that once you start, you're not going to want to go back. But I take it 20 minutes pre-workout for the caffeine, and like there are a few other ingredients in there that help very, very marginally increase training performance. What else do I take? I don't take a multivitamin because I've done a better job at getting a wide variety of fruits and vegetables every single day. So I don't see the need to take a multivitamin or like the insurance or a greens drink, though there are probably a few things I'm missing. I've tried greens drinks in the past and I don't love the taste. I couldn't get into the habit of taking them. Something I'm interested in for the future is having a morning smoothie, like getting some protein in, getting a bunch of fruit in, getting a bunch of berries in, and like getting some spinach in there and some possibly like a scoop of greens powder, just to like have everything covered for the day, nail that habit in. And I would also be getting like 40 grams of protein, 80 carb in right off the bat, which will be helpful for the bulk. But no multivitamin as of right now. Vitamin D. I actually ran out recently, but I do take vitamin D3, particularly in the winter months when I don't have sun, though that's never going to happen again. So if I'm going to continue to get sunlight every day, it probably won't be necessary. That's it. I'm trying to think of what some other popular supplements are. I'm not taking BCAAs right now because I'm not training fasted, and I can't think of a single situation where BCAAs are necessary or make sense other than pre-workout if you're training fasted, or post-workout if you have some kind of setup where you're not going to be eating post-workout. Where you train fasted, you're not going to be eating post-workout. BCAAs there probably make sense. But if you're going to have post-workout protein plus carb or a post-workout shake, there's no reason to take BCAAs as well. That's it. It's my supplement game. If you guys have questions, if you want to go a little bit deeper on any of this, I'm happy to do so in the comments. I love engagement. Say what's up. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend.